I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I will ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry and watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I will ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Pero mira que este mundo es bonito, es hermoso. Pero cuando estamos juntos, de verdad es maravilloso. No me canso de decir, lo tengo que repetir, que cuando estás junto a mí, solo puedo sonreír. Quiero tenerte por siempre a mi lado y para siempre estar muy enamorados. What a wonderful world this could be. What a wonderful world this could be for you and me.
My analyst told me that I was right out of my head the way he described it. He said I'd be better dead than live. I didn't listen to his jive. I knew all along he was all wrong, and I knew that he thought I was crazy, but I'm not. Oh no.
Oh, no.
My analyst told me that I was right out of my head. He said I need treatment, but I'm not that easily led. He said I was the type that was most inclined, when out of his sight, to be out of my mind. And he thought I was nuts. No more ifs or ands or buts. Oh no.
Oh, no.
They say as a child I appeared a little bit wild with all my crazy ideas, but I knew what was happening. I knew I was a genius. What's so strange when you know that you're a wizard at 3? I knew that this was meant to be. But I heard little too children were supposed to sleep tight. That's why I drank a fifth of vodka one night. My parents got frantic, didn't know what to do. But I saw some crazy scenes before it came to. Now, do you think I was crazy? I may have been only 3, but I was swinging. They all lifted a Graham Bell. They all lifted Edison and also an Einstein. So why should I feel sorry if they just couldn't understand the reasoning and the logic that went on in my head? I had a brain, it was insane, so just let them laugh at me when I refused to ride on all the double-decker buses, all because there was no driver on the top.
This chick is twisted. What's the matter with her?
My analyst told me that I was right out of my head, the way he described it. He said I'd be better dead than alive. I didn't listen to his jive. I knew all along he was all wrong, and I knew that he thought I was crazy, but I'm not. Oh no.
Oh no.
My analyst told me that I was right out of my head, but I said, dear doctor, I think that it's you instead, 'cause I have got a thing that's unique and new. It proves that I'll have the last laugh on you, 'cause instead of one head, I got 2. And you know 2 heads are better than 1.
When trumpets were mellow and every gal only had one fellow, no need to remember when, 'cause everything old is new again. Dancing at your Long Island jazz age parties. Waiter, bring us some more Bacardis. We'll order now what they ordered then, 'cause everything old is new again. Get out your white suit, your tap shoes and tails. Let's go backwards when all else fails. And movie stars you thought were long dead now are framed beside your bed. Don't throw the past away. You might need it some rainy day. Dreams can come true again when everything old is new again.
Get out your white suit, your taps and your tails. Put it in backward when the forward fails. But leave Greta Garbo alone. Be a movie star on your own and don't throw the past away. You might need it some rainy day. Dreams can come true again when everything old is new again.
Get out your sequins, your charts and your tails.
Remember your lyrics if all else fails.
You better leave your bad mood at home.
Celebrate 'cause you're no longer alone and don't know the past away. You might need it some rainy day.
Dreams can come true again when everything old is new again.
Welcome to the 35th Annual MAC Awards, celebrating the best in cabaret. I'm your friendly neighborhood voice of God, Jenny Litt. And now, please welcome the president of MAC, Amy Wolk.
Hello, and welcome to the 35th Annual MAC Awards. We're coming to you virtually this year, which is, the way everything's been going this year, but we're really glad you're watching wherever you are. I am here in Pangea, one of New York City's best loved cabaret clubs on 2nd Avenue. They're excited to be reopening soon. We're excited for all the clubs to be reopening soon and excited to get live music back into our lives. We're celebrating 35 years of the MAC Awards. The very first MAC Award winner for Lifetime Achievement was Peter Allen. You've heard already one Peter Allen song tonight. You may hear another later. We're celebrating winners from past years. We're celebrating all of you and all that you've been doing in the last year to keep music alive and to keep everyone's spirits up. So we're really happy you're here. We've got great honorees this year, including Lifetime Achievement Award winner Jenifer Lewis, and some great Board of Directors Award winners. You'll find out about them later. We're also celebrating a lot of people who won last year Lifetime Achievement Awards who didn't get to do a little speech. So you may hear from some of them as well. We really want to celebrate what MAC members have been doing this year, keeping themselves busy, keeping themselves, making themselves active and helpful, and entertaining us in whatever way they know how. So I hope you all enjoy the show. And thanks so much for contributing to the Dottie Berman Scholarship Fund. You can still make contributions on our website, and we really appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Liz Calloway. I'm so happy to be a part of this year's MAC Awards festivities and to be here on behalf of two of my favorite people on the planet. Last March, Broadway, off-Broadway, cabaret, and other entertainment as we know it shut down, and the world began living through the great pandemic. And while some people were binge-watching favorite TV shows and others began gaining those pesky COVID 10 pounds, two guys were brainstorming. Until Broadway reopens, what can we do to keep the theater and entertainment worlds connected? And perhaps along the way, raise some money for those organizations that will be called upon to help those affected by COVID. These guys are my friends, Seth Rudetsky and James Wesley, the brains behind Stars in the House. Now, what started as a lark has turned into a nightly show that has featured guests like Cheetah Rivera, George Clooney, Kelly O'Hara, Tina Fey, Mel Brooks, Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber, Kristen Chenoweth, Audra McDonald, and Will Swenson, and original cast reunions of Broadway shows like Ragtime, Jerome Robbins' Broadway, and A Chorus Line, plus reunions of beloved TV shows like The West Wing, ER, Little House on the Prairie, The Love Boat, and my personal favorite, Knots Landing. I myself have been on the show many times, as has my sister Anne. And in fact, I also had the great honor of hosting the first reunion of the cast of the Broadway musical Baby. Since the first Stars in the House aired, it has raised over $880,000 for the Actors Fund and has also helped raise over $200,000 for other organizations, including the Trevor Project, You Gotta Believe, the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, the Humane Society of New York, Cancer Support Community, and the New York City Gay Men's Chorus. And not only has the show brought visibility and funding to all these organizations, it's also helped audiences by providing reliable, solid information about the pandemic from CBS Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. John LaPook. Stars in the House plans to stream until Broadway reopens. And aren't we lucky to have it? And aren't we lucky that Seth and James are in our lives? It is my great honor to present this year's MAC Board of Directors Award to Seth Rudetsky and James Wesley for their hard work and dedication to keeping live entertainment going throughout this pandemic, while also helping those who need it most.
Thank you, Liz Calloway.
Thank you, Liz Calloway. By the way, Liz Calloway's been so instrumental in Stars in the House, being a guest, co-hosting, offering her CDs for donation to the Actors Fund. We've raised so much money through her. And of course,
Anna Hampton Calloway.
Yes, and her amazing sister. And we all know what Liz thinks of me. She calls me the brother she never wanted. Still got the sass. And each of the Who, we want to thank MAC, the Manhattan Association of Cabarets, for the Board of Directors Award. I want to just say, Stars in the House is, it's a talk show. And the whole reason I started doing talk shows is because in the 90s, I was at Don't Tell Mama doing a show with Barbara Jean Merman and Kristen Zbornik, and David Friedman said, I was talking to them on stage kind of before they sang, and David Friedman said, I love the way you're such a fan, but you're also an insider. And I was like, oh yeah, I do like talking to people. And I was like, maybe I could try interviewing people. And I asked the amazing Sydney Meyer if he would let me use Don't Tell Mamas to start an interview show. And I'd never interviewed anyone before, and I really didn't even know if I could do it. And I booked Orfeh, Paige Price, Paul Castry for Saturday Night Fever reunion, or it was actually running.
Yeah, right.
And Norm Lewis and Kristen Chenoweth, because we'd all done A New Brain together. And I really didn't know if I could do it. And it turned into this thing called Seth's Broadway Chatterbox, which I wound up doing with Don't Tell Mamas for more than 10 years. My point is, I have Don't Tell Mama and Sydney Meyer to thank for me even ever thinking I could ever interview people, which led to Stars in the House.
Stars in the House,
so
right.
Thank you, Mac, and thank you, Don't Tell Mama, and the amazing Sydney Meyer.
Absolutely. And for me, this award means so much because my first voice teacher, Carlos Noble, was KT Sullivan's voice teacher. And KT, when I first started studying with Carlos, KT had just won Female Vocalist, and this is in the early 90s. And it meant so much to him that it then meant a lot to me. And so I'm really happy, and I dedicate this to Carlos. And also, we have to thank all of the staff and volunteers. And as Seth says, by all the staff, we mean a small, mighty bunch.
There's a little group of people.
That's right, that have helped us produce 400 episodes and counting, and $900,000 for the Actors Fund. But we also specifically want to thank David Katz, who has been with us since before day one. He's a college sophomore. He began as a college freshman. He's probably going to conclude Stars in the House with us as a college junior.
Yeah.
But we want to really thank him.
He's our right-hand person. He does everything for Stars in the House. So thank you, David Katz, for making it happen. Thank you to all of our viewers. Thank you to all the amazing Broadway stars that have joined us.
And Dr. LePook, who's been with us since day one, also for the COVID-19 updates.
We got our 2 doses vaccine.
That's right.
Yes, vaccinated and feeling fine.
So thank you so much, everyone at MAC, and for this Board of Directors Award. Thank you so much.
Bye, MAC.
35 years ago, he won the very first MAC Award for Variety Performance. In 2019, he won the MAC Lifetime Achievement Award. Please welcome Ruby Rims.
Come over here, Mary. Well, I know better than anyone that nothing keeps a good queen down, honey. And that's the truth of many of our past MAC and nominated winning queens during this virus. And do I know about viruses? Many turned their club gigs into virtual live shows. Some recorded new music. Some started talk shows. Some filmed a Christmas special and sold it to Hulu. And one lucky queen even became the first to sell products on QVC by selling tasty mix of nuts. Well, here's a look at some of our nuts.
Look at my style, could it be more than lamb? Look at my look, can you say hot damn? Look, and at once you know what I am. Me, I'm fabulous, baby. There she goes, fantasizing again.
Baby, whatever you sniffing, I want me some.
Look at my moves, don't they blow your mind? Drama and talent and sex combined. Hell, you could tell even if you're blind. See, I'm fabulous, baby. I'm meant to be where the spotlight shines. Born to be on display. Built to be dressed to the 99s and ready to stand and say, hey, look at me, can't you see I'm fabulous, baby? Look right here, ain't it clear where I'm heading to? And look at the time, honey, I can't stay. Look why you can't, cause I'm on my way. Me, I'm fabulous, baby. I've got fabulous things to do.
Me, I'm a snacker, so just having a little dish around the house so you can dip in, on your way from the kitchen to the kitchen.
So many chickens are going in here. I've never been so intimidated in my life, and I'm a drag queen who lives in New York City, honey. Wash my hands because I don't want to get salmonella.
Doris, it's Doris dear. She's a glamorous gal, she'll become your best pal when she's here. Who's here?
She's here,
Doris dear.
Good morning, turn on marquee lights. Good morning tonight.
Do not freak out. You have ridden the New York subway in full drag. If there is anything you were born to do, it is sing off key and shop.
You're a drag queen.
A what? I got it. I can give you that perfect Christmas you never had.
It's just not something I ever wanted.
Well, I can give you that perfect Christmas you never wanted.
I'm trying to sing.
Can I get a vodka here?
Coming? Sure. Right behind you.
This Julie Wilson Award-winning vocalist moonlights as an internet cooking instructor. Tall enough to adjust his own lighting, please welcome the deliciously dapper Christopher Lowe.
She made her Broadway debut in the original production of Gypsy with Ethel Merman. After that, she went on to perform lead and supporting roles in 11 other Broadway productions, earning a Tony nomination for her work in Neil Simon's Chapter 2. Peppered throughout her Broadway career, there were television appearances, movie roles, tours, raising a family, game show appearances, and cabaret. Anita Gillette has truly done it all. In 2020, we were delighted to honor her with the Lifetime Achievement Award. Since we couldn't meet in person, we'd like to give you a moment of her show at Birdland, After All. Here is Anita Gillette.
You know, they were going to make a musical out of Moonstruck a few years ago, and I always wondered what kind of song they would give Miss Mona to sing. I have my own ideas. He may be your man, but he comes to see me sometimes. And when he's with you, he's always got me on his mind. I ain't no vampire, that is true, but I sure can take your man from you. My wicked smile, my wicked walk, got the kind of eyes that seem to talk. And there's no need of crying, no need to weep and moan. I'm gonna have him for my own, for my own. I don't mean to be bold, I just mean to get you told that he may be your man, but he comes to see me sometime. He may be your man, but he comes to see me sometime. Oh, he may be your man, but he comes to see me sometime. He comes so often, beginning to think he's mine. Well, he's yours, he's mine, somebody else's too. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's yours, he's mine, he's somebody else's too. And if you don't watch out, I'm gonna have him clean away from you. Rock me with a steady roll. Oh, he rocks me, baby, rocks me with a steady roll. And when he rocks me, baby, Lord, he satisfies my soul. Now that's your man, you better tie him to your side. I said chain him, baby, chain him to your side. 'Cause if he flags my train, baby, I'm gonna let him ride. Now I don't mean to be tough, I just mean to strut my stuff. He may be your man, but he comes to see me quite often. This is my MAC Award for Lifetime Achievement. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You know, when Lennie
called me and told me I had won this. I was shocked. I couldn't believe that I had won a Lifetime Achievement Award, because I've only been doing Cabaret since like 2010, 12, around there. And I was, most of the 60 plus years I've been in theater, television, film, I was always too scared to do a cabaret show because, you can't hide behind a character. So I finally met Barry Kleinborg and Paul Greenwood, with whom I could never, ever, without whom I could not do this show. Paul breathes with me. He is phenomenal. And Barry said to me, they're going to want to get to know you. And I thought, how the hell am I going to do that? I don't even know myself. But I'm starting to learn a lot about myself. The only trouble is this pandemic has been so awfully, well, it's taken a toll, hasn't it? And I haven't been singing. And they say, if you either use it or you lose it. And since I'm losing so many other things because I'm not using them, I really should be singing. But then I thought maybe it's time for me to retire. Maybe it's the right time because of my age, and maybe this pandemic is trying to tell me things. And so I've been thinking about it, and I found this story about Irving Berlin and Harold Arlen. They were great friends. Harold Arlen used to do a one-man show, and then he stopped doing them. And Irving was calling him saying, you got to do your show again. And Arlen said, oh, no, Irving, listen, I've shot my wad. And Mr. Blee replied, a nightingale looked up to God and said, dear God, I've shot my wad. No longer can I do my thing. Dear God, no longer can I sing. And he replied, don't be a schmuck. No nightingale has had such luck. Your songs have built a golden nest for ASCAP audiences and the rest. They're praying for the moment when you get off your ass and sing again. And I guess that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get off my ass and sing again. I think I'll call Gianni.
Hi, this is Susie Mosher, and I am here because I have been asked, and I joyfully accepted, the opportunity to present the Board of Directors Award that the MAC Association gives every year to 3 of the most spectacular people in our city. And I know 2 of them very, very well, Tom Dangora, Michael Dangora, and Tim Guinee, who I just got familiar with, if you know what I mean, a little while ago, because he joined Tom and Michael in basically saving the arts in New York after this horrific year. They heard that the West Bank Cafe was closing, and that includes the downstairs Laurie Beachman. And they freaked out and said, this can't happen. We love the West Bank. Who doesn't? And they joined forces with Tim Guinee, and they decided, we're going to raise money and save it. And so they had a telethon, and they raised over $400,000 and put on a fabulous show, invited so many great people to perform, and they all said yes, because everybody loves the West Bank, and everybody loves Michael and Tom and Tim. And it was amazing and a huge success. And I and my friend Jim Caruso were watching that happen and thought, boy, we want to make sure that nothing like that happens to Birdland, where we work. And so I called Tom and said, Tom, we're thinking about having a fundraiser as well. And he says, I'll do it. Let us do it. And I was like, please. And that's exactly what he and Michael and Tim did. They had another fundraiser for Birdland, put on a spectacular show that Michael directed, and it was just fabulous. They had wonderful people. I was part of that show, and I had my little moment. And it was a huge, smashing success. We raised almost $500,000, and now In fact, tonight they are doing the fundraiser for the York Theater that they've put together, amassed the most incredible group of performers, and they're doing this to save another fabulous institution, the York Theater. So I was asked to present them the Board of Directors Award, and I am happy to do so. And I love you all, and have a wonderful night. Congratulations on being the best people in the city.
Okay, we are having no fun here at the West Bank Cafe right now.
We're at the West Bank Cafe because we saved it with you.
Yes, thank you thank you for helping us. Thank you for donating. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for this MAC Award.
MAC Award.
And thank you to all the people, Matthew Broderick, Giancarlo Esposito, Martha Plimpton,
Ian Armitage, so many people
who showed up over and over and over.
Thank you
again.
to Joe Iconis, who helped us produce
and Lauren Marcus. We could not have done the West Bank without Joe and Lauren. Thank you to Susie Mosher and Jim Caruso, who we couldn't have done the Birdland event without. Thank you to everyone for donating. And please, once all these wonderful venues start reopening, please come, enjoy the food. I think our first take was so much better.
Oh no, this was a lot.
I like this one.
You
did? Yeah, I like this one, including this awkward bit. I think we should move forward as if that never happened. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Come to the West Bank Cafe and the Laurie Beachman Theater.
He doesn't stop.
Thank you. How are you not promoting
We need to thank you. Thank you. Thank all of you. And come to the West Bank.
You have to come and get Tom's Pork Chop.
Yes.
Dear God.
Go see.
No wonder the telethons were as long as they were.
I got this.
He's the founding editor of Cabaret Hotspot, a Broadway veteran, a tenor, and a soprano. Please welcome MAC board member David Sabella.
MAC President Amy Wolk asked me if I would talk to you a little bit about how this community has come together in this extraordinary year, and specifically a little bit about what I've been doing since the start of the pandemic. Vaccines started to roll out, and it was really hard to get an appointment, right? Remember that website? Wow, that was not easy. So I stumbled upon the most blessed of people. His name is Jorge, and he had a goal to help a couple hundred people get their vaccine appointment. And he was a computer whiz, and he used the same website that you and I tried to get into, but somehow he was able to do it and find all of the open appointments. And these open appointments were extended to me to filter down to all of you. So open appointments went to members of MAC, went to members of the New York Singing Teachers Association and the National Association of Teachers of Singing, those members here in New York State, and other groups that I belong to on Facebook. And amazingly, in the month of March, through our combined sort of volunteer efforts, we were able to place over 8,000 appointments for vaccination at the Javits Center and other state facilities around New York. So that's what I've been up to. And I'm not the only one. My story is one of many, your friends, your colleagues who've stepped up to help. Even our award winners today in our Humanitarian Award and the Board of Directors Award are people who have helped clubs that were going to close, theaters that were going to close. They raised money. Or they helped feed our hospital heroes in the early days of the pandemic when every minute there was a siren. Do you remember that? Sirens 24 hours a day, and our hospitals overtaxed. There are stories all through this community of people who have helped. And I think more importantly, stories of this community helping everyone that you know online by singing. I really think we're getting back into the clubs very soon. It's starting already. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of your shows. We made it through the rain. Now wait, I don't want to hear that song on everybody's show. And I don't want to hear I'm Still Here. Let's just agree on that right now, shall we? Much love to you all, and I'll see you in the club.
There is no one here beside me, and my problems have all gone. There is no one to deride me, but you got to have friends. The feelings are so strong. You got to have friends to make the day last long. I had some friends, but they're gone. Something came and took them away, and from the dusk till the dawn, here is where I'll stay. I'm standing at the end of the road, boys, waiting for my MAC friends to come. I don't care if I'm hungry or poor, I'm gonna get me some, 'cause you got to have friends. Da 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 da. Friends to make that day last long, but you got to have friends for one so strong. You got to have friends to make that day last long, but you got to have friends. Da 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 da. Friends to make that day last long. You got to have friends. You got to have friends. You got to have friends.
I'm Mark Nadler, and I am so honored to be presenting this award to Dave Goodside. Of course, when COVID hit New York City and everything shut down, Dave stepped up to the plate, and he didn't only step up to the plate, he slapped a burger on that plate and he gave it for free to the people who were working in the hospitals in the area. Dave is what we call in Jewish a mensch. And the Beach Café makes the greatest burgers, so he's double mensch. I'm very proud that Dave Goodside is my friend. I'm very proud of MAC for giving Dave Goodside the MAC Award for Humanitarian Efforts.
Well, I'd like to thank you to the MAC organization for this very, very special honor. I'm so touched that you recognized our work during the pandemic, feeding the hospital workers. It was a pleasure to do that for them. They really are the heroes in this and risked their lives leaving every day and going to the belly of the beast and keeping these hospital systems alive. So really, thank you to them. Thank you to MAC. We're so lucky to have an organization advocating for performers, venues, and devotees to keep the dream of Cabaret alive. So I'm honored to accept this award, and I want to say that we will be back soon. So Karen, KT, Mark, Rex, Celia, Jeff and Alex, Eric and Barbara, Sydney, Linda, Darryl, Christine and Marty, hang in there. We're going to have it all back here soon, and we'll make Cabaret magic once again. So thank you to the MAC organization for this wonderful humanitarian award. I accept it on behalf of all the volunteers and the Beach Café staff who worked so tirelessly every Wednesday to feed the hospital workers. Thank you.
Our next presenter is the living embodiment of expertise in the art of cabaret, a veteran cabaret critic and chair of MAC's advisory board, Roy Sander.
I'm here to introduce the winner of the 2020 Hansen Award. This annual award was established 30 years ago by nightlife aficionado and patron Peter Hansen. Its purpose is to recognize performers of outstanding talent who have not yet been honored with a MAC Award nomination. The winners are selected by committee. Last year's choice was Stephen Zumbo. Stephen is quite distinctive as a singer, as a performer, and as a personality. He can be very funny, But his humor doesn't depend on comic material or dialogue. Rather, he has a sweetly skewed view of the world, which makes his patter and his offhand remarks and reactions delightful. His ballads tend to be sincere, unadorned expressions, honest, direct, without a speck of artifice. Here is Stephen Zumbo.
Thank you, Roy. And you know, it's been a long time since I've been back here at Don't Tell Mama, or in New York City for that matter. And it's so exciting to see them both starting to come back finally. I happen to like New York. I happen to like this town. I like the city air, I like to drink of it. The more I know New York, the more I think of it. I like the sight and the sound and even the stink of it. I happen to like New York. I like to go to Battery Park and watch those liners booming in. I often ask myself, why should it be that they should come so far from across the sea? I suppose it's because they all agree with me. They happen to like New York. Last Sunday afternoon, I took a trip to Hackensack, but after I gave Hackensack the once-over, I took the next train back. I wanna wake up in the city that doesn't sleep, to find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. My little town blues are melting away. We'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. I happen to like New York. I happen to love this burg. And when I have to give this town my last farewell, and the undertaker starts to ring my funeral bell, I don't wanna go to heaven, don't wanna go to hell. I happen to like New York. I happen to like New York. I happen to like New York.
Hello to all you beautiful MAC members and to our wonderful guests. My name is Kim Grog-Marin and I serve on the MAC Board of Directors. For several years now, MAC and Wingspan Arts, a New York City nonprofit organization, have joined forces to bring Cabaret to high school students. The students participate in a MAC-run masterclass and then are given the opportunity to audition for a MAC scholarship. MAC chooses the winner, awards the scholarship, and then invites the winning student to sing at the MAC Awards. I am really thrilled to introduce you to last year's scholarship winner, Gates Leonard.
They say times are hard for dreamers, but they won't be hard for me. I've saved up everything I know to take that step beyond the lawn. Keep walking till I see the station and then see it go. Inside the train, out through the glass, my finger tracing all of these towns I've never heard of, racing past. Off the train in Paris, half a mile from Sacré-Cœur, the city's waking up for me. The sign says an apartment's vacant on the second floor, and suddenly I disappear. And all it takes is one more step, and then I'm here, just me behind my door. It isn't what I have, it's only what I have in store that matters now. The past can only fade, as everything I'll ever need is here. This is how my world gets made. They say times are hard for dreamers, and who knows, maybe they are. People seem stuck or lost at sea. And I might be a dreamer, but it's gotten me this far, and that is far enough for me. Look out my window, there's a view of other windows, my own museum full of paintings I look through, where everything is clear. It isn't where I am, it's only where I go from here that matters now, and I am not afraid, as everything I'll ever need appears. This is how my world gets
Hi, Bob Diamond here. I don't have to tell you that this has been one crazy hard year for all of us. But boy, have we been creative. Learning how to use all sorts of technical equipment to let us get out there for each other. I mean, we've learned how to do concerts from home, open mics, workshops, and oh God, so much more. All to keep those creative juices flowing. And then there was learning how to cook, or to knit, or to redo the kitchen cabinets, discovering Netflix, getting all dirty in the garden, and then finding that perfect four-legged baby to be with. Not to forget learning how to spend 24/7 with your partner. Oh yeah. Well, let's just take a look at some of them.
And do it right. Have a drink and grab a bite. Let's tear up the town tonight. Let's throw all our cares away. Give up work, give in to play. We could use a holiday. Let's tear up the town tonight. Let's forget our daily sorrow as the night begins to shine. We'll just sleep in late tomorrow. Our sanity is on the line. Let's dress up in fancy clothes, silken suits and silken hose. Take a chance and see what grows. Let's tear up the town tonight. Let's try doing something rash. Turn it on and burn some cash. Bring a friend to join the bash. Let's tear up the town tonight. There's a place that's really hoppin'. I'm the one who'll take you there. Once you start, no time for stopping. Let it go, let down your hair. There's no place for sadness here. Watch your troubles disappear. Once you breathe the atmosphere, tear up the town tonight. Bring along your broken hearts, tattered souls and worn out parts. Sing along and see what starts. Tear up the town tonight. Music is the remedy for what ails both you and me. If good times are right within your sight, don't just sit there waiting for action. Only you can find satisfaction. Take a chance and fire up the juices. Do it now, I'm tired of excuses. Tear up the town.
Please welcome the editor-in-chief of Cabaret Scenes magazine, Mr. Frank Dane.
Last year, we were unable to give the Board of Directors Award participant a proper presentation and the ability to make an acceptance speech. Therefore, I am happy to present the 2020 Board of Directors Award to Sherry Eaker and the Bistro Awards for 35 years of recognizing, nurturing, and educating cabaret, jazz, and comedy artists through their insightful reviews and through their annual awards. To accept the award, here's Sherry Eaker.
Hi, I'm Sherry Eaker. On behalf of the Bistro Awards Committee, Roy Sander, Jerry Geddes, Mark Wood, and myself, as well as all those who regularly work on our annual award show, and the writers who contribute to our website, I thank the MAC Board of Directors for the recognition and this distinguished award. Bob Harrington, who created the idea of giving out awards to cabaret artists in 1985, in his weekly Bistro Bits column in Backstage, would be very proud of this. Thank you, MAC, and all its members.
20-time MAC Award winner and host of the long-running Ricky Ritzel's Broadway, please welcome, who else? Ricky Ritzel.
Yes, it's that time in the show where we focus on one of the two things everyone must face, and it's not taxes. There can be no doubt the last 15 months have been the strangest any of us have ever gone through. Despite the enormous changes our lives have endured, time continues to move on, and the pandemic has only increased the loss we've had to endure. Let's now remember those friends to whom our community has had to say goodbye.
All the
On Sunday, the 29th of March, the MAC Awards debuted at the Village Gate. Black tie preferred. Some of the winners were Margaret Whiting, Blossom Deary, Julie Kernitz, Bruce Hopkins, Bradshaw Smith, Ricky Ritzel, Ruby Rims, and me, Sharon McKnight. The award looked like this. Short, sweet, and you didn't have to dust it. Can it be that it was all so simple then? If we had a chance to do it all again, tell me, could we? Could we? Yes, we could. This is the 35th year of the MAC Awards, and in its honor, I lost 35 pounds in order to get into the outfit I performed in on that historic first night. Do you think it's a little too much?
Good evening. My name is Kurt Davis. I'm cabaret critic for the New York Post and cabaret writer for Preview Guild and president of the Manhattan Association of Cabarets. And welcome to the ball. We're here to remind ourselves and to tell others that cabaret is a vital and influential art. Really. It creates the essence of the performer, and it draws us as audience members to the music in our own lives. So let's hold a glass, preferably of Remy, tonight, and toast each other in warm acknowledgement of our industry and our people.
Our next presenter, the recipient of multiple MAC Awards, has been called the most lovable man in New York cabaret. Please welcome Sidney Meyer.
Good evening. Long before she was one of Bette Midler's hilarious harlots, and prior to countless television and motion picture appearances where she was dubbed the mother of Black Hollywood, Jenifer Lewis was always raising the roof and bringing the house down nightly at Don't Tell Mama's original room. She's always been a force to be reckoned with and show business royalty. So it's equally fitting to have her Lifetime Achievement Award be bestowed by an equally celebrated personage. He has been a Tony winner, Emmy winner, and Grammy winner, and been nominated for 7 Academy Awards. He's worked on Broadway, film, television recordings, and cabaret and concerts with such luminaries as Peter Allen, Patti LuPone, Billy Crystal, and Barbra Streisand. He is Hairspray's own Mr. Mark Shaman.
Hello. My name is Mark Shaman, and I've been given the great honor of introducing this year's recipient of the Manhattan Association of Cabaret's Lifetime Achievement Award, Jenifer Lewis. What can one say about Jenifer Lewis that she hasn't already said about herself over and over on a phone conversation that was supposed to be about something that happened to you? I first met Jenifer when she accosted me at a New Year's Eve party that Dinah Manoff was throwing at her mother Lee Grant's Upper West Side apartment. And if that sentence doesn't prove how far back we go, nothing will. I first played for one of Jenifer's cabaret acts when I literally crisscrossed the country with her in one weekend, doing 3 performances of her From Billy to Lena show. One of the flights got canceled, so we flew somewhere else, and I had to drive at 100 miles per hour to get to the gig. We were passing stunning scenery in upstate New York, but I had to keep looking straight at the road since I was driving 100 miles per hour. So Jenifer narrated the scenery, and at one point as I whizzed past the gorgeous vista, she shouted, "God on the left! God on the left!" Well, when God made Jenifer, he placed all of his greatest hits, music, humor, and compassion on her left, her right, her top, her bottom, and all other crevices and extremities. Despite the fact that she is completely insane and that I avoid 50% of her FaceTime calls, I am proud to call her my friend, and I applaud the Manhattan Association of Cabaret for recognizing her talents, some of which only now, at the age of 293, is she getting to share with America and the world. Jenifer, here's to you, and I pray you took your meds before you videoed your acceptance speech. And so, I give you Jenifer Lewis, for whom I once wrote, "So white girls, get your facelifts till your forehead's on your back, 'cause I'll be having fun out in the sun, 'cause baby, black don't crack." Ladies and gentlemen, Jenifer Lewis.
What do the girls in the village wear? How is it they wear their hair? What do all the yuppies eat? Sushi, pasta, raw red meat. I got on a train and I went downtown, wearing a flannel Kmart gown. People thought it was all the rage. Now it's made the fashion page. I don't know who makes the rules, 'cause they keep real powerful. Think they're showing you technology. Come with me, I'm going crazy. Come with me, don't be lazy. Let the chips go where they may. Crazy birds that today. People want to come along with me. How many earrings fit into one ear? Domestic or imported ear? Now is it VHS or VHR? Who told Madonna she could be a star? Have you seen the artificial heart? I'm Friday on that Friday part.
happiness is just around. Now this is no bad, people. But I choose to go mad. And I told all of you who tell it to. Yeah.
Let's not be boring. You'll be swell. You'll be great. Gonna have the world on up. Jesus Christ. Anyway, those were the days, my friend. I'd like to thank my dear friend Mark Shaman for absolutely nothing. Yeah. Anyway. Thank you, Mark. Guys, look at this. Manhattan Association of Cabarets is proud to present the Distinguished Lifetime Achievement Award to Jenifer Lewis 2021. Thank you. You guys know how much this means to me. So it was 1982 when Terry Burrell and Debbie Burrell were going to do a club act at the Bushes. And I was like, UB was closing at the Ambassador Theater. So I was like, can I do it too? Terry said, well, you can open for us. I didn't even know what that was, open for you. But I did. I haven't opened for anybody since. Okay, it was Jackie Mason in Atlantic City. I really want to thank you guys. But I want to talk about Don't Tell Mama. There was Freddie, Sweetwater, the Bushes. I never did Reno Sweeney, but it was Don't Tell Mama that was my home. And Irv Rabel, who called everybody, Mary. So I go up to him one night, I say, hey, Irv, how much money did I make? And he goes, well, you didn't make anything, Mary. I said, why, Irv? We were sold out. He said, you comped everybody. I did whatever I had to do to fill those seats. I used to go over the tickets and do my high kicks and get the tourists to come in. And what a time. And Irv would let me do a new show every other month. So it was where I really developed and got to know myself. And of course I was bipolar. Well, okay, I was tripolar, but that's another story. I do want to say to everybody that, coming through 2020, well, to all of you who are out of work, I want you to know that if you have a song in your heart, a pep in your step, and a story to tell, then tell it, and we will all rise again. They can't do it without us. The entertainers. The show must go on. The show must go on. All right, I'll audition if you call me. Yeah, right. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
He's got a sweet gig at the 92nd Street Y, curating the Cabaret Conversation series. Please welcome award-winning performer and MAC board secretary, Michael Kirk Lane.
Hello from Brandy's, where incredible friendships begin.
Of course, every area of the cabaret community was affected by the pandemic this last year, but our friends in Piano Bar really persevered in keeping the music alive, whether it was moving to outdoor music setups, virtual shows, or even outdoor shows at the stoop at Don't Tell Mama. Everyone at Piano Bar worked to keep the music going. Our friends at Marie's Crisis were the first to switch to virtual, even a couple of days before restaurants and bars shut down, and they made every shift from the bar its own virtual show. Here's a look at what our friends at Marie's and all of the other piano bars did to keep the music alive.
Made Brian. Look, if you notice, the stools are all like a foot away from the piano, so that we just create. So we asked to create a little bit more room, okay? So we're gonna try to make you guys feel included as possible. If you have any requests, I promise that I will eventually get to them. Except I don't know what I'm doing really. So I promise it's gonna get better. It's not gonna get better. Listen, for those of you who've never been here, Marie's Crisis is a musical theater sing-along bar in the West Village. This is probably the start of the apocalypse, and we are so excited that you've joined us all, okay?
minutes, 525,000 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter, in striving. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in the life? How about love? How about love? How about love? Measuring love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love. 525,600 minutes. 525,000 days to live. 525,600 years. How do you measure the life of a woman understanding? In truth that she learned, or in times that he cried, and bridges she burned, faith that she died. Celebrate, remember, a year in the life of prayer. You gotta remember the love. You know love is a gift from up above. Share love, give love, spread love. Measure your life in
life.
Hi everybody, Lennie Watts here, and on behalf of the entire MAC board, I would like to thank you all for joining us tonight for this very special 35th anniversary MAC Awards celebration. What an amazing night this was. You know, you don't need me to tell you what a crazy year we're coming off of, but I think after watching tonight's show, it is quite clear that we still have so much to be proud of and so much to be grateful for in our community. And speaking of being grateful, I encourage you all to stay tuned until the very end of the show, watch the credits, look at all of the people that it took to put this together, clap wildly, raise a glass of champagne, cry, shoot off fireworks, whatever it takes. But just check out how many people it took to put this evening together. Special thank you, of course, to our director and the current MAC president, Amy Wolk. What an amazing job putting this entire evening together. Also, if you didn't see our virtual program, that will be on the MAC website, macnyc.com. Check that out. And before we go, I have the honor of introducing our final performer, singing another Peter Allen song, last year's recipient of Outstanding Celebrity Artiste, the incomparable Natalie Douglas. Have a great night. See you in the club soon.
Not many surprises left coming to me, but it makes me smile when I'm turning out to be. I still get something out of music's charms. I still feel something inside someone's arms. Any questions you want answered, anything you want to know, just ask me, I've been there, seen angels and sin there. I knocked and they let me in there. I've been through it all. I watched a girl become a woman one day. She was a queen, but she had to go away. You know that kind of leaves me all alone. But it's good to see her make it on her own. There's a lot of fun in reaping all the seeds you sow. Just ask me, I've been there. I've seen angels and sin there. Knocking there, let you in there. Just mention my name. I've been through it all. I've been through it all. What kind of people need this kind of a place? The reason why you stamped on every face. They need a place to feel their skin is warm. And lots of love is made, but no one's born. So before we start this number, if there's something you wanna know, just ask me, I've been here. I've seen angels
moves away. The writing from the stone, the sunlight from the day. Time is always there, starting each little moment and in every affair. But time set one moment free, the moment that began, you and me, and time must move on and leave us with this moment. If we don't have time, if we don't have time, we can have forever. I swear we've fallen out of time and we've fallen in love together now. Is forever if we don't have time together. Time feels no despair, like I would for you if you were no longer there. But time can't change a thing. What we already have is what time cannot bring. 'Cause time set one moment free, the moment that began, you and me, and time must move on and leave us with this moment. If we don't have time, if we don't have time, we can have forever. I swear we've fallen out of time and we've fallen in love together now. Is forever if we don't have time together. They say in time we all must come and go. It's always been that way, but I swear I always will love you so, no matter what they say. If we don't have time, we can have forever. I swear we've fallen out of time and we've fallen in love together now. Is forever if we don't have time together. If we don't have time together.